I think the biggest thing is that if you're getting scared, that means you're putting too much money in.
Mm.
That's just how I see it. Because if you do truly believe in the industry, in the space, then you shouldn't have too much to worry about. If you know that 5, 10 years down the line, this is still going to be here.
Before we continue with the video, I'd like to invite everyone to Investment Conference 2023. This is an event that we co-founded about 10 years ago with the goal to educate people about investing and different investments that are out there. We have a lot of speakers from Randall Chongson, Rex Mendoza, David Lichu, Alvin Ang. But what's interesting for this year also, since I've been pushing and I've been a very, very big advocate of Web3 cryptocurrencies and NFTs, we're adding crypto into the mix. If you want to venture into crypto and NFTs, check out the link down below. It's happening May 27, 2023 at Samsung Hall. We're gonna have 1,000 people, 1,000 investors joining us. So I hope to see you there. See the links below, and back to the video.
I was buying NFTs that cost like 350, 400K in pesos. And I just got my first NFT. I didn't even know how to buy it from MetaMask. I had to actually have the founder of the NFT project do it for me. So the very next day, someone disguised themselves as customer support, giving me, telling me that they could help me, and just kind of convinced me enough to have me send them my private keys. And I didn't know.
Who do you think will win, Lakers or Warriors?
Ooh.
You mentioned about your mistakes in crypto and in NFTs, but I want to ask this: did you try other investments first? That I'll give you context. When I started out, I started investing in the stock market in my early 20s, and people at that time already saw me as a risk taker because they saw the stock market as something that was very risky. But now I'd see people, I'm doing crypto and then I'm investing in something safe like the stock market, and that times have changed already. That what used to be something that was very risky, which is true enough, you won't see a lot of stocks or companies go to zero in a matter of days. It doesn't really happen that way. But in crypto, it's just like a Tuesday morning, something like that. Did you venture into other assets before jumping into the riskier ones? And if not, what was the mentality of going into other assets or other riskier assets early on?
Great question. So my father is huge into the stock market, and so I was with him on just all the blue chips, nothing risky whatsoever. It was
US.
U.S. stocks. My dad is white American. He's based in Colorado.
Okay.
So he's full on in the stock market. So I'm talking about like Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, like very safe place. He's been investing for over 25, 30 years now. So I had a decent baseline in terms of just general knowledge about investing, if you will. I mean, I took it in college, but so when I did get into the crypto space, I had a little bit of overconfidence, thinking that, oh, my dad's been in it, I've been with him for so long, and I took it in college, I should have a good idea of knowing what I'm doing. And obviously I was wrong. And so I was prepared. I thought in my head that, oh, I could take it. I didn't know what it was going to feel like, a coin dropping 90%. I didn't know at the time what that was going to psychologically feel like with my emotions. But so I did have a little bit of baseline to answer your question, and I did know a bit about it. I just didn't know the technology around crypto at the time. Transactions, sending money to and from wallets, like that was a whole new world to get into back then. Like if you look at like 2023 to like 2020, 2021, like onboarding onto a wallet and purchasing coins off of an exchange, it was so difficult. It was not easy. I know it's still not easy now, but it is easier since then.
And
It
it's so
was
much better. I remember the times that I would have to go to 7-Eleven just to be able to get, just to be able to actually enter in and
Mhm.
put the money in to swap it. Now you don't even have to leave your house. So it's not as easy, but I think we've gotten a long way already.
Yeah, it feels like it. It feels like it. Absolutely.
You did stocks, and then you did crypto immediately. I saw a video of you mentioned that the easy, I don't know if you mentioned it, if it was the easiest, but your entry point was more of NFTs than crypto. uh why was that? And I guess I want to ask this because there's different facets to it. There are other people that understood crypto first, and then when
Mhm.
NFTs came along, it was easier for them to be able to transact and buy the NFT because you use crypto for that. But there are people also who um went straight to NFTs because they understood it more, maybe because of the community or the utility, and then they just saw crypto as a means for them to be able to buy it, and they don't really buy and sell crypto. They only use the crypto whenever they either want to cash out or cash in, etc.
Yeah.
How is it for you, and why was what made you believe in it so much?
I think right when I got into the space, I knew I did know that I was not going to kill it off the bat. So I just had money in Bitcoin and Ethereum and just had the notion of just hold it for the long run.
Hmm.
You don't know what you're doing. Just do that for now. And while I was doing that, I started learning about Discord, and that's where that opened up this whole world of all these NFT projects and all these different things being created, JPEG, metaverse, and of course the community. It was so cool joining onto these projects, talking to people from all over the world, and we all want to make money. We're all there to have a good time. They're spreading positivity as long as we're in a bull run, of course. And right? I found that so infatuating. And that's what drove me to just get into NFTs more because it was easy to find and to ask information from these communities, from these discords. At the time, before that, I didn't know who to talk to about crypto and NFTs.
Hmm.
I didn't know where to go. I mean, I was studying on YouTube and looking through the internet. I didn't utilize Reddit as much as I should back then, so I just didn't know. I didn't know where to go. So once I found out and opened Pandora's box into the whole Discord community world, I got hooked and I got addicted.
You mentioned you did Bitcoin and Ethereum first. It's one thing to buy it, hold it, but it's another
Mhm.
thing also to I've seen people buy it and then put a piece of certain amounts there and then just forget about it. What made you? It's different when you are actively already either stacking or building a base on it. It means that there's a certain level of conviction towards that
Mhm.
asset. What made you realize that okay, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever tokens you're actually
Mhm.
stacking right now is something worth uh your time, your attention, and
Yeah.
your resources as well?
I mean, I think there's two components in that. For one, I felt like this is the second coming of the internet at the time. The internet, the big boom, when that happened in the early 2000s, I felt that this is another moment of something similar to what happened then. So I want to be a part of that. And then two, just seeing an insane amount of user acquisition into the space at the time. You know, may that be just a lot of people in my ecosystem were talking about it, and it felt like it was so infectious and everyone was making money, and that gave me enough confidence to believe that this isn't going to go anywhere. Yep, this is going to take time, but just seeing how these people were talking about it and seeing the institutions starting to jump on board, it gave me confidence, like, okay, all right, we're going to be in here for this, we're going to be in here for the long run, so let's let's have fun, we're going to be here for a while.
I like what you said about the institutional adoption, the community, the user acquisition, technology. But all of that is great. But what makes people scared about crypto is that it's volatile and it drops.
Mhm.
Remove the scams, remove the ones that don't really have any merit. But even Bitcoin or even Ethereum, the ones that are truly game changing, they drop in price. They're volatile.
Mhm.
I guess my question is, does it ever scare you, or what do you say to yourself every time? it drops, and it drops when there are things like there are collapses that happen in between that you don't know, is this the
Yeah.
end of this, or something in between.
I think the biggest thing is that if you're getting scared, that means you're putting too much money in. That's just how I see it. Because if you do truly believe in the industry, in the space, then you shouldn't have too much to worry about. If you know that 5-10 years down the line, this is still going to be here, anything in between, it's again, like we were talking about earlier in the beginning, that success is not a straight line up. It's going to be jagged and rigid. So understanding that concept and understanding not to put too much of your income into the market, I think you're going to feel a lot at ease if you just put in what you know that you're not going to use or you're not going to utilize, and that's keeps your head with a good peace of mind. So I've been on both sides of it. Sometimes in the beginning I put way too much in, and I was scared, I was nervous wreck, I was mad, I was sad. Clearly I had too much money in the market at the time. So you just have to pivot and adjust, find that sweet balance of what is a good amount for you, and you'll be a lot better in a headspace for that.
Do you still get sad if you bought something and it dropped, and the time that you sold it started to go up, or you were so bullish on something and then you said, oh, this is okay already, I'm fine with this amount of return, and the moment you sell it, it started to go even higher?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm a very competitive guy, and it's still fun, right? When you get it correct, because obviously you're lucky if you put it in and it goes up right away. Like you can't possibly know that for sure. So when that stuff like that does happen, yeah, it feels great, man. You feel like a genius. You're on top of the world. You can't make any mistakes. And on the flip side, when the reverse happens, you're just like, the world is unfair. I can't believe this happened to me. Like, yeah, it's a crazy space, most definitely, man.
Got it. I have two questions left. For
Sure.
people who are watching this that are at least starting out on their road to either take care of their financial future, and they want to do it via the route of investing, what baby steps would you somehow give them, or tell them, so that they come out, that they don't do the mistakes that you made, and they come out better than what you've done as well?
Okay, sure. I got a couple. Let's just start with 3, because I feel like there's
800.
50. Yeah. But let's dumb it down and make it as easy as possible to understand here. 1, accept that you're going to lose money in the very beginning. You are not going to make money in the beginning. You got to understand that you are going up against other people from around the world playing, buying, selling these coins. They've been doing it for years and years. It's like an example for my case. I'm a professional basketball player. I'm pretty good. Now, this newcomer who has never played basketball before jumps on the court with me and he wants to play. Obviously, I'm going to destroy him. I know more. I know what I'm doing. That's essentially what I'm saying here in this space. So, for one, just embrace that you're a beginner. Don't put too much money in. In fact, you should practice a little bit with fake money. They have these websites on so many finance services and platforms where you can play with fake money and to begin, just to see how your trading would do on the real market. And I think the last one I would say is all about being a sponge and getting information. Now, I know that there is so much misinformation out there, and it's hard to even navigate what is the correct information. Now, I can't tell you how to go about that, but I could tell you with one thing is just to be patient. This is not going anywhere, and you're going to feel like you're missing out every now and then because the charts are jumping up and down. Just understand that this is not going anywhere. Take your time, be patient, and learn everything first before putting your money in there. I promise you'll do a lot better in the beginning if you can apply that. I know it's hard because you're going to want to make money right away, but if if you can just learn the terminology, learn the landscape, learn the ebbs and flows, learn what futures, or learn every concept before putting your money in, hey, you'll be a lot better position than I was when I first started.
Well said, well said. I want to end it with this. Aside from being a PBA champion and also a crypto whale, you're now an NFT founder. You have something, you're cooking up something. Can you tell us more about that as well? And how can people find out more about that project too?
Oh, geez, sure. Well, last year I was just, it was supposed to just be a case study. I wanted to get my hands wet and wanted to create an NFT collection at some capacity. I knew that since it was going to be my first, maybe it wasn't going to be my best or my most knowledgeable because I never done it before. So I teamed up with some people in Europe. We made an NFT collection on the XRP ledger or block. It's not a blockchain, it's a ledger on XRP. And I sold out in less than 24 hours.
Oh, nice.
And I was a little shaken because I was not expecting that at all. And by the end of it, it ended up being in the top 15 of total revenue sales on the whole entire chain.
Nice. So where you taking for lunch?
That was a while ago. I already lost all my money. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so it was great, man. It was great. And I don't know if I'm going to make another one anytime soon. I'm so busy right now with the things that I'm currently having my hands and my time tied up into. But it was a really good experience. I had a lot of fun making it. And who knows? I might make another one. I'm not sure yet, but I need some more time. That's definitely for certain.
Okay. But is there anything you're working on right now or anything?
Yeah, I'm working on let's just say 3 things for now. I'm working on like 20, but there's 2 things. One of them is a heroes platform out in Singapore. Basically, I helped create this app that is essentially OnlyFans, but for athletes. Kind of cool concept. Obviously, it's PG rated, you guys, okay? So don't get too mixed up on my wordage here with that one. The other one, I am a part of a team called Superlink based out in the UK and Europe. They are essentially a digital identity, a domain service. The cool kicker about them is that they aren't utilizing on the URL that you have. There's no .com, no .io, .xyz, anything. It's just going to be your first and last name, and that would be your website, your telephone number, your email, your custodial wallet. So like for you or for me, for instance, it would just be Jared.Dillinger. That's it. That would be my URL. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yep,
pretty cool stuff.
Makes things simple also especially for wallets.
Correct.
You don't have to have those strings of letters and numbers. It makes it easier for people to either memorize it, and it will remove mistakes as well. So yeah.
Correct.
So
Correct.
I'll put links down below for those who want to check them out as well. Any final words you want to impart to people watching this?
Have fun with this, you guys. I know we're here about making generational wealth, and we're here to make money for ourselves and for our families. Just know that the space is not going anywhere, you guys. There's so much knowledge, there's so much information out there. Network, talk to people, ask questions. It's all there for you to taking. Essentially that's how me and Marvin learned. Like, we had to go out, find information, research, talk to people, network. If there's anything that you want to be good at or to be successful at, you got to put in the work. Just like with anything, you're not going to get it right off the bat, I promise. So just embrace that you're going to have these long days of work and time and energy and effort, but if you apply it the right way, I promise you there is a pot of gold at the end of that road. Okay. So, but thank you guys for watching and listening to me rant to you for the past 30 minutes to an hour.
And all the network that I need is Jared Dillinger. That's all I need, and I'm set in life.
Wait, I got a question, man. I know we're Filipinos, my friend, and we like to cook each other here. That's culturally how we are. why do you keep calling me master? Because you are the master, bro. Like, I am trying to be like you. Like, I am not the master. You are the master in this space, bro, not me.
It's really nice. And yeah, so yeah, I'll put the links out below also for Jared's Twitter or Instagram if you want to reach. Where can they reach you? Twitter, Instagram, what's the best way to
The
communicate?
best way, to be honest, would be Instagram. I get too many messages on Twitter, so I don't get as many on Instagram. So if you guys hit me up there, I would be a lot quicker to respond to you guys there.
Okay, so I'll put the links down for Instagram below, and then feel free to connect if you would need to ask questions or anything else in between. So thank you, Jared, for the time and sharing your insights. It's nice to hear stories like this from different people, their walks also, because here's what's interesting to everyone watching this. There's one idea. You only need one idea that you can get from this, and it will kickstart what you have. And I hope that Jared's story also is something that is will push you to go from where you are right now, that if he can do it and do something also that's different, I hope it does the same effect also for you guys. And that's all we want. We want more and more people to succeed. We want more and more people to do better, regardless if you become an entrepreneur, an investor, or you just want to really crush it in your career. And I hope that's where you end up. And I just hope that this will be one of the videos also that will propel you higher. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo with Jared Dillinger. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. God bless you all.